This is Slammer Stadium, home of the two-time Frontier League champion Joliet Slammers. But before Independent League baseball was played here, Joliet initially planted its baseball roots here at Old Joliet State Prison. Joliet, Illinois, a city of 150,000 people, just under an hour from Chicago. Every community has its reputation, and here, alongside being a hub for industry and transportation, Joliet has turned into a gold mine for jail history. The evolution of a correctional facility very well may have taken place here before anywhere else. Look no further than the Old Joliet State Prison, which opened back in 1858, just 2 years before Abraham Lincoln took office, and was still up and running until 2002. And one of the staples of this institution, positive reinforcement, more specifically, baseball.
It's just really cool to be able to look and see the history. Obviously, it's a tough place. Prisons are, and they're complicated, and a lot of stuff happens there. But it's a really wonderful thing to be able to bring a little bit of joy into it, and look at it as something different than being just a prison.
Our minor league minute team was enthralled by this concept. Even more so when we learned that the Joliet Slammers have decided to play an exhibition game at the very courtyard where these games took place. Night Train Veeck, owner of the Slammers and grandson of Hall of Fame executive Bill Veeck, is one of the puppeteers pulling the strings of this operation, all in an arena that he couldn't stay away from.
Minor league, independent league baseball is where the fun's at. Similar to what we talked about before, you can get your fingerprints on it, you wear a lot of hats. It's where you can have, I think, a lot of influence, and you can do a little bit more, outside of the sphere of approvals and meetings to have meetings and schedule invites and all that kind of stuff.
Veeck helps run the Joliet Slammers, a two-time Frontier League champion whose moniker is an homage to the history of correctional facilities. Take a look at their logo and you'll see the watchtower, bricks, and the overall resemblance of a jail. Prison isn't the most upbeat concept, but the Slammers are aiming to highlight these buildings and institutions in a different fashion.
This was one of the positive things, that came out of the prison, and they say, and we're not 100% sure of this, so I will say it's unconfirmed, but it could be the birthplace of people that are incarcerated getting sport for good behavior and recreation time. And I think that's a really powerful thing. And so being able to connect that now to sport, to baseball particularly, to be able to bring that into 2026 and kind of a new era and time and to have a little bit of fun with it really just resonated.
Positive reinforcement. In an environment with so much negativity, baseball could have been one of the first examples of a reward-based system among America's incarcerated. While the Old Joliet Prison has its local draw, the interest doesn't stop there. This facility has garnered attention worldwide.
Yeah, they've drawn people from all over the world. 6 continents, they've said, for several events there. There's people, I think when we were there as an office staff, there was somebody from West Virginia that were just tacking on to our tour. It was a private day, and they were like, come on in. So it really showed me that it draws from all over the place. And when you can connect that with our fans and the game of baseball and the history that's been there, we've done a lot of learning. Their historian's fantastic, and I can't tell you the number of baseball-related photos that we've seen.
Baseball at a jail. What did this look like? There are actually still signs that America's pastime was played and enjoyed at an institution just a couple of miles down the street from the Slammers Stadium.
I can imagine it was just like a baseball game. They had a full field there. Dimensions were brought in a little bit, so I think it's going to be a hitter's park with a short porch. I'm looking forward to that. I think our guys are going to be able to get out there and crank a little bit more than they would normally. But the bleachers, we're looking to kind of set them up similarly to the way it was. They were down a little bit down first, and then down to third. I don't know that they had any in the outfield or not, but that's where we're going to have ours set up. They had a full backstop there. So the original backstop, the original basic scoreboard were all there and preserved as is by the prison. And it's just given us all of these really cool historical threads to pull.
For an idea that's been about a year in the making, the initial press release made waves. When the world found out the Slammers would be playing at a jail, Night Train's phone lit up like a Christmas tree. Putting all of this together, what kind of attention and reception have you gotten? Obviously, we're coming out here to talk to you guys, and we appreciate your time, but what are your families saying? What are the local media outlets saying? And maybe even people who are outside of that initial radius saying about this event that's going to happen in a couple of months?
Yeah, it's been humbling, to say the least. I've been really, we knew that it was a great idea. We knew it was a fun idea, but I've been really shocked and impressed in a great way. People are showing up. I'm getting random texts from people in the baseball community and the sports community. We were on MLB.com's homepage, MILB, Yahoo Sports. I mean, you name it. We've been getting some really good coverage there, and I think people are excited. It's something different, obviously, and it's something that's going to be able to kind of bring the community, bring the actual centennial, and bring Slammers and baseball all together over one fun event.
The work goes beyond just the head honcho, though. Every marketing plan needs someone to develop campaigns, send out that press release, and generate the buzz on social media. That's where Tori comes in.
Truthfully, before this, I was in school. I actually started here as an intern in 21, so that's kind of how I got my start. And I just slowly kept making my way up up the ladder, I guess.
Tori works on content strategy, online budgeting, and also elevating events. When it came to the response online, Tori was blown away by it. You mentioned social media. Yeah. The Big House Ballgame got quite the reception. As soon as we saw, at least at our team, the press release through MLB.com caught our eyes, and we made the 2-hour drive down here because we wanted to talk to you guys so much. What was your initial reaction when this started to gain a little traction on socials?
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of movement normally on our socials before. This past year has actually been probably our biggest run we've ever seen with the wiener drop and then this one. So getting to see it and seeing how excited the fans are and just the fun ideas even the fans kind of bring up to us on social, that's just been really cool to kind of see.
Hey everyone, I've got some breaking news in the baseball world for you. Minor League Minute is teaming up with JustBats.com for the whole month of March. Spring is just around the corner, and I know you or someone you care about needs a bat. Today, let's talk about the ability to have custom engravings. Nothing says owning equipment like having your own name or your own message etched into it. And that's what this team can provide for your team. JustBats.com is full of people who love baseball just like you and I. Head to the link in the description to learn more about JustBats.com today. So the event has the public's attention, but someone has to prepare it. Semantics, the wardrobe, ticket promos, and highlighting an institution with so much history. Tori has dove in full force, learning about the origin of the idea that baseball could be used as an award for prisoners who are behaving well. The story goes like this. A warden who selfishly wanted to stop getting in trouble for playing a little catch with the prisoners himself instilled this rule. Do we know whose idea it was? Was it the warden at the prison? Who decided to say, if that is recorded somewhere, hey, let's get the prisoners outside, and if they're behaving well, they get their outdoor time and we play a little baseball back here?
Yeah, it was one of the wardens at the time. I don't want to mess up the name, so I don't want to give you the wrong one. But at the time, it was one of the wardens back in 1914. Decided that this would be a good outlet for just the prisoners. He enjoyed sports himself and thought maybe this was something that he could do, because I want to say last time I was at the prison, we talked about it a little bit, and they said that he used to get caught when he was a kid, like playing toss with the prisoners. And so when he became warden, he said, you know what, this is a good outlet for them, like this is something they get to do. So that's really cool to know that.
All right, so the promotion is in place. Press releases are out, social media posts are scheduled, budget is getting sorted through, but every special occasion needs a wardrobe.
This is probably my favorite part of the whole thing, just because it's really cool to kind of bring it all together. But around the time we did the first tour of the prison, they actually found replica jerseys that were black and gold and had like a Joliet script across them. They even found hats that kind of went with those that matched those. There was one similar, like a home and away hat essentially. So we're going to kind of recreate that look. We're gonna go with a full blacked out look too. So we're gonna go all black, yellow stirrups, or gold, gold belt, black and yellow and white jersey, and the black and yellow cap.
Minor league baseball is all about standing out and elevating. From huge publicity stunts to alternate identities, Joliet has a few aspects on its side. On one end, they're playing at a jail, but having Bill Murray as one of your owners adds a little more pizzazz. Bill Murray's got an ownership stake here. What's it like working with him?
It's great. He is probably one of the biggest baseball fans on the planet in a few different ways. He's been out to many games already. He came out to opening night, came out to the Wiener Drop game. He loves the stadium. He loves the organization. Loves having his creative input, and that's really cool. He chimes in on the details. He chimes in on game days, how they look, how they feel, what the fan experience is, and merchandise. You know, he loves the merchandise side of things, so we try to incorporate those touches where we can. But great to work with, and really, I've been excited to see how he's responded to the team too.
The 100th anniversary of Route 66. A huge success in marketing, but will we see a baseball game like this again? Or is this truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity?
Yeah, that would be my hope. You know, I think that that's something that we can bring to the community. And again, people can come in. It's accessible to families. You know, maybe you get off work a little bit early that day and go check out a baseball game on a Thursday to kick off the Slammer season.
Hey everyone, it's Sam. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more information on the Joliet Slammers or the Big House Ballgame, be sure to follow all of their social media pages. They'll have more information on possibly remaining tickets, can't guarantee that, other amenities involving the game and the Slammers, and where you can follow along with the events in the game. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment. Any support is appreciated. Follow us on all of our other pages as well on Instagram, TikTok, and X, and we'll see you around for the next one.